turn extreme.
It is going to be a different game here. It's Brepost versus Xiniu. Two guys who know each other pretty well with their decks at the ready here. We go right into it, into the lobby. Now, you can take a quick look at their decks. What do you think about it? Looks like Xiniu's going to go for the snake deck that he has.
Yeah, which, I mean, he does love those snakes. But I'm waiting to see what deck Brepost chooses.
Brepost, he has two options. He has his owl deck and his fox deck. Only one of them has toads, so we're seeing toads become a pretty important fact. He is going to use the one with the owl toad and skunk, so he has massive AoE potential.
If he can keep on even footing, he should win. If he gets his tier 3 out.
Here we go, Xiniu to the west side of the map. And in the east side, we have Brepost just scouting things out over here. So, this is the first time I think we're going to be seeing snakes in this tournament today. So, how do you think snakes work against an AoE lineup? Are they good at poking things out, or just not enough power?
Snakes are one of the best poking units in the game, and as are ferrets, so it's almost slightly redundant in choosing of both, but they serve slightly different purposes. However, neither are good against owl. So, she has to stop Brepost from getting to the point where he gets his owls out.
Do you think it'll be over when he gets the owl out, or is there still a chance for Xiniu to do something about it?
There's a short window if he gets the owl out and lets the owl get one or two standing mice, and then he's in trouble. But if he's if the owl is the only thing Brepost has, then he should be fine.
Chip just counted the number of lizards. He had 69 lizards at the end of that match. Just, oh my god. You know, do you think this is a possible game where we could see that many tier 1s balloon up like that, or is that too risky for Xiniu to do?
Not against skunk and toad. That's kind of a big risk. I mean, you can do that in any game you want. It's just it may or may not pay off.
Alright, we do have another road terrain here between both sides. It's not fully connected between them, but...
And having pigeon tends to suggest you don't want to do that.
Alright, so trying to go for those early plays. Try to choke out Brepost before you can do anything big.
Yeah, wants control of that high ground. Brepost is just going to give it to him, and now he didn't expand, he sold it.
Oops. I accidentally moved the scoreboard. That's my fault. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Anyway, Xiniu building up his armor right now, managed to kill out Brepost, the commander. Not too much of an issue, although Xiniu does allow Xiniu
looking to attack from the high ground. But
yeah,
those are all lizards against 4 squirrel warrens. It's not gonna end as well as he wants.
Here we go, the lizards making their way through, trying to scatter their numbers inside the squirrel rings, trying to scatter their targeting. And it looks like it's both sides evening out right now. Xiniu loses the squirrels while Brepost also loses lizards.
Looks like it's slightly ahead for Brepost, but he has to back out now.
Yep, Xiniu
cannot push the issue.
Xiniu wants to continue this tempo. Now he has the lizards online as well, so he has a frontline attacker here to defend the squirrels. While Brepost, he is starting to build up his own squirrel army as well, not going for the toads quite yet. Xiniu just posturing outside the base here. He does manage to take out one of the farms. So now Brepost feels like he has to go in right now, trying to chase after. They demolish the lizard, and they're slowly catching the squirrel.
I think he can't push the issue though. He can definitely get a warren at least.
Yep, the warren,
maybe
one
more.
Taken out. Another more warrens are going to be taken out here.
He needs to back out. This isn't a good fight.
Xiniu losing warrens left and right here right now, trying to take out Brepost's numbers, but it's not quite enough there. Xiniu's losing too many units here. And oh, that's GG.
Might be a little bit early, but
can you blame him?
Not entirely. Like there's, if you fought that out, both players playing optimally, Brepost probably could win in the next minute. But there's always a chance he slips up. Like, not to say that Brepost would, but I don't know. I'm of the mentality you play it out a little bit more, but each their own.
Yep. Well, at the moment, Xiniu gonna go try again. He still has another deck at the ready, and Brepost will be forced to use his second deck for the rest of the match. So no AoE potential for that from that deck. Brepost gonna go with a normal triple tier one deck, same as Xiniu. Xiniu's gonna be using the same poking deck. Now, we say poking deck, but we never really saw the chance for tier 2s to actually be a factor here.
Well, they would have been doing a similar thing to what those tier 1s were doing. It was just like standing on the high ground and try to snipe a pig and then retreat into a safe ground.
Both sides on a bit of high ground for themselves, although Xiniu on a higher ground. Something a little bit more defended, actually, so a little bit harder for Brepost to attack into in the meantime. The mills all scattered about in the middle of this map here, so plenty of chances for both of them to grow their numbers.
What? Just looking at where you'd have to place warrens, it's all going to have to be in the back line for Xiniu, which is not quite what he would want, I don't think.
Well, as long as he doesn't go for like really aggressive engagements, he can probably get his units out in time. Although Brepost does have a lot of room in front of his base to build and reinforce, so it is a good advantage for Brepost's side.
It'd be more relevant if Xiniu had units other than barbed wire for defense, but it still is a little bit of an issue.
Oh, we will see.
However, if he's just going to surrender before he gets a second base out, it doesn't matter.
Well, the double squirrel warren coming out, Brepost responding with his own double lizard warren, making that a total of 3 for both sides. So both of them getting their armies up, although lizard versus squirrels, as we said before, lizards do have the advantage here.
I think that's just what they're going to be used to do is you can't really push into Xiniu's map just the way the high ground and water is. Or not with lizards, you might be able to do it with squirrels, but you need the pigeon support.
I mean, sadly, this is neither side with any flying yet, so yeah, they are going to have to trudge through water or just through choke points to get anything done. Brepost going to be grabbing that first expansion there north of his base, same as Xiniu, so both sides pretty much mirroring each other in their timings here.
If they're both able to hold their base, Xiniu grabs more of the map this way, but
looks like Brepost going to be the first to put down his ferrets. So he will have that out first, while Xiniu building into pigeons first, it looks like, and some barbed wire on the field. So
any map like this with a lot of water and bridges, you should expect to be good for ferrets, just because there's...
Unfortunately, Xiniu has lost a warren's worth of barbed wire just now to the lizard attacks, and he's just looks like he's just trying to build that line as quickly as possible up again. This time he does put the squirrel in the place to defend them.
Because there is a path to the south where you could just wrap around that base or attack it from the high ground. And Xiniu wants at the very least to know when that starts happening.
At the moment, Xiniu going back to his base, looking to build another unit. It looks like he has about 200 food in the bank right now, possibly. Oh no, he's just gonna build some more lizards and then try to build some farm. Although,
and while he's away,
yeah, while we were busy looking at that side, Brepost just takes out barbed wire, got his ferret online. So just pressuring this line that Xiniu's building for himself here.
That base is going to be really hard to defend against those ferrets.
Especially with the pigeon combination. He's trying to force Xiniu into a bad fight. The problem is that Brepost has a bit of a better composition of tier 1 units to fight off against Xiniu's. Just so many more lizards that Xiniu has right now. He's trying to build some more onto the front lines here. Looks like he's also building his own ferrets as well. The first ferret won't come out. This is where
you start to see the lack of places to, or lack of warren placement as a problem, because Xiniu has to run all the way back if he wants to place a warren, whereas Brepost can play right on the edge and have it reinforced fast.
Right now, Brepost just trying to find a way in. He has machine gun nests on the field on both sides with their ferrets, trying to poke at each other bit by bit. Brepost does have his lizards on the front line, Both sides taking out each other's numbers. And it's becoming a dance of ferrets here right now. Both sides just trying to get the edge on each other, trying to poke their way through. Brepost is going to try to mill tank. So he's actually doing it. He actually distracted some of the units away from his units, and now he's trying to push on in with his own lizards and squirrels. The lizards working on the barbed wire as well. Ferrets attacking from the backside. Xiniu is going to be pushed out. He's losing warrants on the front line, however. And Brepost, because of that attack, will also have another expansion on the field in the middle of the battle. Xiniu loses his forward expansion as well because of that too. And now he's forced to run away. One of his ferrets die. And now Brepost chasing after. That's it. Brepost takes it 2-0 against Xiniu. What a great mill tanking play there.
You can actually do that in a when you're ferret micro ring. If you buy a mill, the ferrets will have to tank it or fire at it, and you can sell it before the hit lands, so you don't lose any food, but they can't hit your ferrets. That didn't happen here, but it looked like it might have.
I think that was just great play by Brepost. That was something amazing.
Yeah, really showing his strength as a player right there. But that map was unfortunate for Xiniu.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he like from what I would have done was an early lizard attack. Cause one, I like doing that, but two, Brepost is a much wider opening. Whereas if he tries to retaliate, you can just run up the high ground and defend. Well, if you go for the squirrel, you're looking to say, I'm going to expand, and the squirrels will help defend my expand. And the expands you'll get are not very easily defendable for Xiniu.
Well, Brepost will be moving on to the next round. He will be facing off against Chip in the winners finals. But for now, our next match is going to be Bloodier versus Pixton down in the losers bracket. We're going to be first taking a quick break here, though, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be right back. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We got some more double deck action coming your way.
I'm going to go get some water.